Warning, spoilies ahead.
And what about Palisade peaches?
Ooh, don't even get me started on them fuzzy Palisade peaches,
I
Mr.
mean,
West.
you know all about that deuce.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm the Palisade peach master. I could Palisade a peach for hours. Howdy, welcome to Two Guys, One Film. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane.
This week we watched Rumble in the Bronx. Jackie Chan's Rumble in the Bronx came out in 1995, directed by Stanley Tong, and I hope I don't mispronounce any of these names. Writer Edward Tang and Phoebe Ma. I'm going to guess it's Phoebe. I'll go with that. I watched this movie quite a lot when I was a child. It's one of my favorite Jackie Chan films. And right off the bat, what I love and appreciate about Jackie Chan movies is before he went to just speaking English, he would speak like Cantonese or, whatever his language is, but he would go back and do his own dubs.
Yeah.
So it's not like some guy being Jackie, like it's Jackie going back over and doing the English dubs. And I was like, dude, makes
and
it
I
sound
noticed
cool.
that in this movie. I was like, this is awesome. Like,
yeah.
Because I thought for a while, I was like, wow, man, whoever's doing his voice sounds exactly like him.
Because I think like early movies like Super Cop and like Drunken Master, somebody else might have done it, but I think around the 90s, because this one was like the one that like made him a big American star. I think that's when he started like going back over and doing his own dubs, which is cool.
But this movie was fucking awesome. He was a badass.
Dude, hell yeah.
There's like young Jackie Chan. He's lean. He's cut in this movie.
And I like when he's doing the muscles in front of the one-way mirror, I'm gonna do a little synopsis of the movie. He comes over from I'm guessing Hong Kong, China. They don't really say. Visit his uncle, who his uncle owns a supermarket and is getting married. And his uncle's in the process of selling the supermarket to a new person so he can go retire. And then I think he stops. Oh, that's right, because they were doing that drag race.
Yeah.
And then he like stops him and then
unintentionally gets involved in the gang issue.
It's always the super hardcore gangs that everyone's dressed as somebody else. It's like the Village People, like they had like the Native American.
Well, I did notice that the gang is very multicultural.
Yeah, they got like like the guy in the leather outfit. He has no shirt on.
Yeah,
they got like the Hispanic guy. Like he talks like this, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he did that.
His facial hair looked so fake. It just
a big goatee.
Yeah.
Hang on, we might have to pause because there's a weed whacker outside my door right now. So we'll just we'll put a pin in that.
Okay.
So I like everybody like spoke their original languages while filming this. Mm-hmm. So like half were speaking like English, the other ones like a few of them were Australian. And then like of course like Jackie Chan and everybody was speaking like Chinese, Cantonese. So and then they went back over and dubbed. But the one that always like confused me is the people that were speaking English had to be redubbed into English, so it like didn't sync up too well.
To me, this movie was quiet. Like the dubs were quiet anyway.
Yeah,
and maybe they were thinking it would be a little bit louder if they did that, but it totally was not. Like I had this movie cranked up pretty high.
And then the action scenes would hit. Like, oh, I got turned down.
Like, oh man, my neighbor's gonna be pissed.
Is that Jackie Chan?
No,
another 100 years of Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Another thing I really appreciate about like old Jackie Chan movies is like all of the people in the movie were stuntmen, and like so they're not the greatest actors, but those people are the people doing stunts. Like the main bad guy, the guy that what do you think you're doing? Like that guy's a stunt man. He like does the driving like motocross shit mostly, but it's just cool that like people that do the stunts are just in the movie as the characters. Like fuck it, why not?
Well, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah,
like
don't have to change them out.
Or you could just be like Jackie Chan, do all your own stunts.
Exactly.
I would.
I would too.
And I'd end up like breaking my leg like he does.
Oh, that scene is so hard to watch to this day. So we'll set it up. Hovercraft, which by the way, why not have a hovercraft?
Yeah.
He's chasing it, jumps off of like a bridge onto the hovercraft, completely rolls his ankle and breaks it. And they see that, they use that shot because it's a good shot. It's a beautiful shot.
You can even like you see the guy like in the hovercraft like
oh yeah. Oh. But I love he gives that kid a fucking Sega Game Gear, and I was like,
I know,
he just like had it in his back
sweet.
pocket.
Yeah. Oh, here I guess you can have my old Game Gear, but like, nice.
Here you go, Danny. Here's my old Game Gear.
Man, I feel bad for that kid.
So did the uncle when he's like, "Oh, that kid's got it rough." He only loves
wasn't
his sister,
kidding,
and she
man.
neglects him. I was like, "Wow, she really
gets
does."
Slapped around and stuff, like thrown around and he's thrown out of his wheelchair and stuff,
like multiple times. Because when they're on the tandem bike, he gets like tossed out of that too by Angelo.
Yeah,
it's like poor kid, man.
Oh my God, like why is it okay to just keep attacking this kid?
It's like
he's a pretty tough kid though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean he gets hit.
He doesn't sit there like whining through the whole movie.
Yeah.
That was a weird scene.
Which one?
With the bottles?
Dude, yeah, like
I had no idea what was going on when they started wrapping the bat. I'm like, wait, so are they gonna beat him with the bats, but like not? I'm like, and then the bottles, and I'm like,
yeah, and they're like hitting the bottles and smashing them against him. Now you're gonna die. Are you ready? I love that like close up of that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to know if that would really work. Like if I were to tie up or wrap up bats with like clothes, if I hit a bottle, which conveniently so much glass bottles in those cans. Yeah. Like nobody recycles in New York apparently. Or maybe they do and that was all the recycling.
That was the recycling and they just dumped it all over the place.
Yeah, but I want to know if like if we hit those, we should try, and then if we get in trouble, we'll be like, well, I saw it in a Jackie Chan movie, and then
and
Jackie Chan will get,
I don't know. They have it down to a science. I feel like that's obviously not the first time they've done that.
Yeah,
it wasn't just like
grab
hey,
the
guys,
bats.
I have an idea.
Yeah,
out of nowhere. We've never done this before.
But I don't need to communicate it because all of you are like, "Oh, he's wrapping a bat. Let me get some bottles, dude."
Yeah, I think we're all on the same. We're a gang. That's how we work. We know what's going on. Yeah, that was just such a weird, and like I was waiting for him to just like kick one of the bottles back at him. And I'm like, man, like he's kicked so much ass before this scene, and now all of a sudden he's getting hit with a bunch of bottles.
Which is a very bloody.
Yeah. Like he gets gashed open and like right in the forehead and stuff.
Like it looks like this. Which like you don't expect in a Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah.
Like so much blood coming out of him. Yeah, like you see it coming out of his forehead, behind his ear. Like he gets fucked up.
I'm gonna jump back for a minute. I went a little far ahead, but I wanted to talk about his awesome blue onesie.
Oh, dude, he's like doing the handstands and all that stuff, or when he's like going out to the alley when there's like the motocross thing.
He started the onesie thing. Only man able to pull it off, honestly.
If you try to tell him otherwise, you ain't gonna live through it.
Mm-mm.
The scene when they're signing the papers to the new lady, and he's like walking by and he's got like 4 of those Tampico jugs and he's just like lifting them. Like, damn, dude, Tampico's heavy, man. Fucking Jackie Chan's rip.
Yeah, and
then
he's like,
and then he like pops a zit right on the mirror. I'm like, dude, everyone's looking. It's like, it's fucking gross, man.
I don't think he hasn't realized it's a 2-way mirror.
Yeah, but it's still like in the middle of the store. Everyone can see.
I know. I mean, at least go to the bathroom for that one.
Yeah, makes it funny. That's what I like about it. It's goofy. It's cool action. It's Jackie Chan. What more could you want?
But I don't know. More Jackie Chan.
There really is not enough Jackie Chan in the world.
Okay, so you know how he goes to, well, this is like after he guilts the sister from behind that door, and they go to that nightclub and there's the tiger. I feel bad for that tiger. That
is like straight up animal cruelty, like
right?
Straight up, because you don't know like what its conditions are outside of that. All it is like in a ring of nothing. Like it just.
While somebody like people dance around and it has to listen to super loud music.
and it like tries to attack her. So you know that it's like it's been beaten, so it doesn't actually attack someone hard. Like that's animal cruelty. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna call the authorities on this club.
Yeah. You guys shouldn't have a tiger in here.
I'm gonna go back a bit to
Okay.
the street like race scene. So like maybe I don't remember it very well. Do you remember like Batman Forever when it was basically that same scene with like the motocross thing and like Robin has to like race them? I don't know why it reminded me of that. It
Well,
was
it's
like, is
like
this in Batman Forever?
Robin should. Well, it's not Robin yet. It's just
Oh,
it's
when he's Dick
Grayson.
Grayson. Yeah.
And he like shows up, and that's like it's like right after he was like all like he comes out of the Batmobile, and that guy for some reason with the weird voice, who the hell are you or something, or who are you, or and he's just like, I'm Batman. They're all just laughing at him, and then they all attack him.
Oh, because he joyrides the Batmobile. Well, then
Yeah,
maybe
and
he's
he
a
kicks their
Batman
butt.
Forever.
He kicks their booties a little bit, and then the real Batman comes swinging down, and then
Has to save the day.
I remember I remember this, and then he starts like hitting at him. Oh, you didn't save my family, blah blah blah, and he's just like
has the
standing there like
arms up.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, what a horrible drag race of like, all right, guys, let's go ruin all of these cars. And I like how Jackie's like cool and he's watching it and he's like kind of enjoying it until he realizes like it's gonna hit that car that his uncle's borrowing, and then suddenly he cares, like, oh shit. Like before that, he's like, oh, this is kind of neat.
That's
Like,
that's a crazy thing to be like letting somebody borrow too. But I mean, I guess
yeah,
if the guy didn't even like really borrow it, he just lied to the guy that owned it and said that he was taking it for a tune-up, but then is letting a friend of his borrow it.
for a wedding. So.
Yeah. Like, man, that wedding is strange too.
Because she's like singing to
Yeah.
him and they're dancing, but there's no microphone, so she's like really loud.
Like, man, you got range, woman.
You got pipes on you.
Yeah, that's, and it sounds good. It's not like it's like really bad or anything.
Do like
Man.
gangs, did gangs or do gangs, I don't know if they do anymore, actually do that kind of shit of like racing through the streets for money? Like, and they had like a full on like Mad Max gang of just like both a bunch of people on both sides. Did they actually do this, or were gangs like more subtle and just like not over the top like movie gangs are?
I feel like these are just over the top movie games.
Like, because you got that guy that looks like he could be in Prodigy with like the weird mohawk hair, and then he's got like that leather jacket that only goes like past his nipples. I'm like, how is that practical?
None of it's practical.
This guy with this like rawhide jacket.
Again, just movie gangs.
Yeah. It's like, let's not match. Let's just everyone dress how you want. You know?
Yeah, but like really over the top.
Yeah.
Because whatever it is that you wear, it just needs to be over the top. Doesn't matter if it matches, just needs to be ridiculous.
We still gotta let people know we're a gang, but you can wear whatever you want.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we're all dressed weird and hanging out together, then gang.
I like the random. I need to stop saying I like thee or I love thee. I've been noticing that too much.
Well, yeah, we like the movie, man.
I do like the movie. I like it. I love it. There's that scene where he's like doing the handstand push-ups, and on the radio, it's the typical exposition news segment, like in any movie where they're like explaining a subplot that's going on that ties in later. They're like, a diamond store was robbed just the other day, blah blah blah, and everything. So you're supposed to remember, a diamond store, because suddenly diamonds are introduced into the movie by the voodoo guys from Predator 2 going after the
I know, it was like
bad guys.
Yeah, that was, it kind of came out of nowhere, but then I don't know, got wedged in there real good. I mean, because what's his name ends up taking the diamonds accidentally, I guess.
Angelo. I always thought when I was a kid he said D'Angelo, but it's
Delangelo.
Like, Angelo, just the way he says it. He broke my nose. The like market, who stacks like loose cans in a pyramid in the middle of a store? I was wondering
that too. They were totally empty when that guy got kicked through them.
Yeah, you're just like asking for that shit to get knocked over.
That's our recycling. Damn.
A recycling pile. Darn it.
They just stack it really nice. They like old Pepsi cans stacked up.
I love that smell of an old empty Pepsi, just baking in the sun.
But like a whole bunch of. Well, they're inside. Maybe they don't smell so bad.
Yeah.
And maybe they're rinsed out. Who knows?
How much for
I'm
this
looking.
candy bar?
50 cents.
What? They go to like 0 to 60 so fast.
I know.
Like the lady just says, "What are you going to pay for these?" It's like, "What?" And then he starts throwing stuff, and then this guy comes along, and then he starts throwing stuff and all this shit too. I was like, "Man, calm down." Like, but they're the bad guys. You gotta.
They're there to wreck up the place.
And I love when he kicks the shit out of him in the grocery store, and he does that cool like grab the knife with his jacket, and then he like pulls his jacket behind the back, and the guy's like arms are pinned down. I'm like, dude, this is fucking cool. Like choreography.
Yeah, that was a cool scene.
Yeah. Don't come around here. I'll beat you up every time. Watch your step.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
All right. But like this guy
down,
was like so scared when Jackie kicks his ass, then later he tries to be all like tough, like, oh,
I know, it's like, dude, you're the one that was like, kick your ass again.
You're the one like crying and begging for your life, man.
I like it when he like fight, like I like how he like just goes to them to kick their asses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, that's awesome. You don't see a whole lot of that. I feel like in movies where like they just, you know, take the fight to the person's like lair anymore, I guess.
Yeah. Because he had the last straw. He's like, I'm going in.
Dunzo with this.
That like random quick romance between him and the girl. Like suddenly they're in love with each other. And I was like, whoa. Just because
that one scene after he takes her, or they're hanging out. Oh, yeah. You are cute. And that's
thanks. Jeez, yeah. I guess you are cute. Do you have a girlfriend?
Then they kiss and that was it.
And then he wears a weird sweater and they go on a tandem bike, get ice cream. Like, it's typical love. Oh, there's that part where he's like walking down the street and there's that prostitute. She's like, "Hey, sugar, you want a date?" And he's like, "Oh, no, thank you." Like, it's just so like innocent and normal. Just like, "Oh, no, thanks."
I'm going to go back to that tandem bike thing. That guy's Angelo's disguise.
Oh, with his like sweater like tied around him and the helmet and stuff.
Yeah. It was just like, that was pretty good. Also, in that gang hideout, what was with all the refrigerators?
Exactly. Like, was it a refrigerator warehouse? Because there was like,
there's a lot of
some microwaves and stuff in there too, but it was like nothing but refrigerators. So it was it made for a cool fight scene. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is like a abandoned refrigerator factory or some sort of like appliance warehouse that they took over.
Hey guys, perfect place to make a hideout. Bunch of refrigerators. We can throw our pinball machines in there. We got a couple pool tables. We'll get the guys hanging outside. It's gonna be perfect.
The guys hanging outside don't care who comes in.
Yeah,
who's this?
Like,
oh, he's cool.
Okay, cool. Right on, man.
All right, yeah. But and I gotta say that the place looked pretty tiny from the outside, but they go inside and it's like a huge warehouse.
Yeah. They use bright colors and stuff to make it look bigger in there.
I did feel kind of bad watching those pinball machines get smashed. I'm like, oh man, look at all that money, man. Also, I don't know. Maybe one of their parents owned that place, and they're like, well, I guess you guys can hang out there. It's cool. My dad owns this fridge factory. He owns an outlet store. I got all kinds of fridges, but it's cool. Could make our clubhouse there.
Yeah, we could like hang out there anytime we want. He said like we could bring pool tables, but we'll see. That is like there's like one stunt that I think, they're all fucking impressive, but like it was like one minor one that was really cool is there's that shopping cart in there and he like jumps through it from the back. I was like, man, that's fucking cool. Cause I would have like hit my shins. I would have gotten like stuck in that thing. I was like, all right, Jackie.
Well, Jackie is no ordinary man, whereas you and I would hurt ourselves very bad doing most of this stuff. Barely like walking down some stairs.
I would just explode like a pumpkin instantly. And Jackie's Jackie.
Yeah, we'd get hit with a fake bottle and then we'd be done.
Yep.
All right, that's it, guys. I got fake glass in my eye. I'm done.
Yeah. I didn't sign up for this, man. Like he comes home bloody. They bring him home, and then she like fixes his wounds, and then he's like totally okay with her after that. Like, oh, you're Danny's sister. The past is the past. Don't worry about it. I'm like, no, you guys almost killed me in an alleyway. Past is
Seriously.
not the past. Let's worry about it. And how the kid was like, how old's your sister? She's like, she's 21 and she's pretty.
I'm like, dude, calm down. That's your sister. I know, like, and he does it multiple times. Like, hey, you know, like,
And when she starts crying, isn't she pretty? Well, not right now. I'm like, dude, man, shut up.
like, dude, no.
And she's
No.
pretty.
I like, dude.
Like how?
But yeah,
old
for a
is,
second, I was like, I thought to myself, like, wait, are they not like related? And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's his sister. Like, dude,
you know, he's just trying to make his sister happy. Does he know what his sister does? Because like every time he's asked, he says something different. So does he know that she's like an exotic dancer and in a gang?
Well, I mean, she's more of like a. I don't, would you call that an exotic dancer? Or is she more of like a? I mean, because she's not really stripping or anything. She's just dancing in a. I guess when I think exotic dancer, I think of like stripper, over like go-go dancing in a cage.
Yeah, I guess it's just like the 95 version of go-go dancing. And they add a tiger to add some suspense to it.
Yeah. You got techno, you got a tiger, got a girl dancing in a cage surrounded by said tiger.
What more could you want in a nightclub?
Yeah, in a sweet 90s nightclub.
I also feel like they should have been even after that. Like he like didn't even beat them up the initial one. He just stopped the race and they lost. But then he beat him up in the supermarket and then they trapped him and did the bottle thing. They should be even after that. But they like kept coming after him. I'm like, dude.
I know, leave him alone. And for a while, I thought they were just going to chase him for the rest of the fucking movie.
Yeah. They got to
Like,
team
good
up
God, poor guy.
eventually.
I like how when he tells them that he hopes the next time he sees them, they'll be having tea together. I'm like, what did you say?
There's that scene where he's like getting chased through the parking garage, which is fucking cool. But he hides in that like bouncy ball truck. And he's like trying to get out, and they just straight up destroy a truck to throw it over. I'm like, you would have killed him, and also
he
that's
would have
like
been dead.
Destroying someone's property, and that guy just like has to jump out.
Also,
like,
that dude in there, what a fucking narc.
Yeah,
like,
hey,
lame.
what are you
hey,
doing?
Please don't tell him that I'm in there. Obviously, these guys look a little bit dangerous. Like, you didn't want to deal with them either.
So I want to talk about the weird introduction of the diamonds plot. Is like those. I don't know why I feel like they're the guys from Predator 2. They're like the Voodoo Alley guys. Like the bones decide. They kind of have that same vibe because the guy's got like a big scar on his face. You know?
Well, they're obviously some sort of gang. I don't remember them having accents though.
No, I think they're just normal,
it's like some normal, weird, like flashy gang with their like. Well, because they're all wearing. That dude had like 2 watches on.
They had cool suits.
Oh, look at his gold! And then the other gang is going like steal their stuff.
Yeah. But like
they're obviously dying. Let's just take their stuff.
They like come out of nowhere with that, where they like, these are the only guys that know how to sell these diamonds, and it's just like a bunch of big white guys in tuxedos, or in suits, and like most of them have ponytails or like a mullet. I'm like, these are supposed to be like scary, but I guess in '95 you got like gross, creepy mullet. You're like, ooh. But then, they like crash that car into the front of the store, which by the way, there's that giant bar that falls off.
Yeah.
When it falls, the camera like moves back because it like moved out of the way. So I don't think it was meant to like fall that fucking close to the camera. They're like, oh shit. We almost lost a camera.
This movie it felt dangerous. Like, damn, there's a lot of like stuff in here that could have gone really wrong.
What I like about, they don't do this in movies anymore. It's like post-credit, like during the credits, like bloopers or anything like that. So this movie was cool because it was like showing them do the stunts, like actually do the stunts, like him hurting himself, and like people hurting themselves. Like a lot of people almost fucking died in this movie. And that was like, goofy bloopers too. Like, let's bring back bloopers at the end of movies.
Depends on the movie though, because sometimes it's stupid.
Yeah. Oh, it's a goofy blooper. Kind of went away.
When it's cool stunts, I think like this, then that's pretty cool. But when it's movies where it's like supposed to be a comedy and then like
blooper,
like
I already laughed.
Like ad lib crap. I don't know. Like, there's few people that
something.
are actually like somewhat good at like ad libbing.
It's not a game for everybody.
No.
I'm more into Mad Libs, not ad libs.
See, now if I could see some end credits where just the cast was doing a Mad Lib, I would really enjoy that.
All right, that's our next movie. End credits is us doing a Mad Lib. Okay,
Has
I need a verb.
has nothing to do with the movie.
All right, now I need a color. I need a location. And of course,
Name of the person in a room.
And then there's always gonna be that kid that's like fart or butt.
Poops.
Glenn picked up the butts from the store.
Glenn.
Seems like a good Mad Lib name. I don't know.
Danzig.
These are my Mad Libs. I'm not cleaning them up. Like the bad guys, like complete disregard for like being noticed and the law. They're like spraying this car with like an Uzi and machine guns. They literally throw a grenade in it to clean up the mess. They're just like throwing guns out the windows and stuff like that. I'm like, these guys have zero fucks if they get caught.
Apparently they've like operated above the law for a while, or they just know how to get out of stuff. But they have that lawyer come in and he just like boom out. They're done.
Yep. Yeah, it was a weird like sudden plot to be thrown in there of like the white tiger, the diamonds, and like the cops going after them, like trying to get them. Like whoa. I thought this was just about a gang versus Jackie Chan. And then suddenly Angelo's got the diamonds, which when he first picks him up, he like grabs a handful and does this. I'm like, yeah, let's loosely look at the diamonds and
that's why I don't understand. Why does everybody have to like open the bag, dump the diamonds all over the place? Like guaranteed there's like a few laying around. Like there's no way that all of those diamonds were there at the end. And plus when they rip apart the building,
it straight falls off that thing.
It just goes off that thing. So nobody's having any diamond. But at that point they don't care anyway. Yeah. Like, oh well, we'll just kill him and the hostages, whatever. Fuck the diamonds.
Yeah, diamonds aren't important anymore.
Like, then why? What was the point?
I love Danny's weird obsession with going and playing at the park with his sister. When's the last time you took me to the park? And the whole like sob sort of, when I see other kids at the park playing with their sisters, I wish I could. I was like, what's with you in a park, dude?
Like, dude, I wish I could have some pizza too.
Yeah.
All right.
You're with Jackie Chan. Let him take you for ice cream on his tandem bike. That's way better than going to the park.
Yeah, you're hanging out with Jackie Chan. They're hanging out with their sister.
Dude,
I thought that part where the first time that the store gets destroyed, and Jackie Chan goes back and he's talking to her. Oh man, you said you were gonna help me. Blah blah. I'm like, whoa, okay. Don't put it all on him.
He's been an employee for like a day or two.
Like, because wasn't he only really there to go to his uncle's wedding?
Yeah, and he was just going to stay a little longer to help with the transition of the store. And she's like, oh, he said he's going to help me. It's like, oh, okay, I guess I work
forever.
For you. Yeah. And then like, she oddly knew a lot of details. Like when you're out on a date with the gang leader's girlfriend, I'm like, whoa, how did you know that?
She's following him around like a creep. Yeah.
The binoculars, like, ooh. She's like,
well, maybe he'd want to hang out with you if you didn't have a weird mullet.
It's great. She is like an action star too, because she was in, I think, Drunken Master and maybe a couple of the Super Cops. So it's cool to see her not do any action at all in the movie. Like she's like an action star. She's like, let's make her some like weak, defenseless, like grocery store owner. It's kind of funny. She's like trying to pull the gate down and she just like goes up.
Just goes up with it.
Yeah. Oh, there's that scene where the guys are in the police station getting interrogated. And like the chief is talking to that guy like on the typewriter smoking a cigar. He says, do you think that had something to do with the heist last week? And the guy just goes like literal shrug, like and goes back to typing. I'm like, oh cool, thanks for your input, dude.
That scene where he gets shot at was weird too.
Which
remember? Like they wire up Jackie Chan to go and like talk to those guys
at the restaurant. Put the like wire in his hair and the guy like combs his his fingers through his hair. Yeah.
But then they like when he's coming out and they're like he's running from him, and then that dude with the cigar comes around the corner, hey, and then they shoot him. Like, where did it hit him?
I
Just hit
feel
him in the
like,
cigar.
yeah, it hit him in the cigar, and I think it hit him in the chest because I think he also had like a bulletproof vest on.
I was gonna say because I mean it looked like he gets. I thought he was dead. Like I thought they killed him.
2 days from retirement, I got killed in a Jackie Chan movie.
Story of my life.
Yep.
That's how you have to die if you're a cop. 2 days from retirement.
2 days from retirement in a Jackie Chan film. That's how I plan to go, is in a Jackie Chan film.
2 days from retirement.
I liked his like wardrobe through this. He has that weird cotton shirt with like the seam down the middle, and then a lot of shirts with like no sleeves when he takes his jacket off.
You can't fight in sleeves, dude.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
You know, you never know when you're gonna need to throw down. You know, maybe I should start doing that. You know, I'll wear something over the top, but you know I mean business when I take my jacket off and I got no sleeves.
Dude, this guy's about to hit us with some skis, dude. Like, whoo.
No, well, look at how aerodynamic he is.
He could jump on a pool table like nothing and like do a cool trippy kick.
That was
throw you in a refrigerator.
That scene where they where he's gonna fight the gang leader. It's like, why do you got to be on the pool table?
Yeah, there's like lamps in your way. They're like right in your face.
Like dramatic effect. Come up here and fight me. I like how I like how he's gonna shoot him, but he's like, oh, you can't. You
don't have the guts.
Yeah. He's like, oh, okay.
When he goes in there, I thought he said, "You are all cabbage," and then I had to think about, I'm like, oh, he's saying garbage. But the way he's like, "You are all cabbage," like I think a cabbage is a bigger insult than garbage. Like,
I'm just let's start using that as an insult.
You're
whatever, cabbage.
Yeah,
you're cabbage.
Stupid fucking cabbage. When the bad guys take the two random like gang members, they throw one guy in the trunk and then the other guy gets the back seat. I'm like, whoa. Either both in the trunk or both in the back. That's unfair.
Yeah. There's plenty of space in both.
I don't know where Angela is, man. And then just throw the guy straight up in a wood chipper.
Whoa, all right. Yeah, here, carry your dead friend back.
Both bags too. And then the people like look at it throwing up in the can.
It's like, okay, well, someone just looked at it, start throwing up. Why do you want to look in there?
Yeah, what's in there? Oh, and the other guy, what's in there?
Oh. Yeah, that was a pretty messed up scene, honestly. I'm like, whoa, okay. Yeah, they threw him through the wood chipper.
I'm glad they brought their trash bags too, so they can fill it up with said person.
Well, that's what I was wondering. It's like, so was there someone waiting right at the end, because that like wood chipper thing is up at the top? Someone's like holding a bag to catch it all.
Well, like the guy pulls the bag out when they're already like about to shove the guy in. He's like, whoa, I'm not ready. Don't shove the guy in. Like, I was expecting like
he just runs
sprayed
up
with blood, body parts.
Wait.
What I like about movies, like there's a lot of Jackie Chan movies and just a lot of martial art movies in general. And they even did it in like Robo Vampires, like when they're doing fights, like they cover things in chalk, so when they hit it, like powder goes off, or like when they slam against the walls, like getting kicked so hard the dust is falling off you.
I don't know. I always thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a cool effect.
Like watching someone get like kicked in the stomach and just like poof.
These dudes fly back far, man. He kicks these fucking guys far. They're like flying back into shelves at the grocery store, like slamming into refrigerators and shit. I'm like, dude, I would never want to get kicked by Jackie Chan.
Hell no. I wouldn't want to get kicked lightly by Jackie Chan anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I would totally take a punch from him, you know, if it meant like, well, all right, well, I'll sit and talk to you about, like, say he was going to talk about this movie, but you have to take a punch from him. I'd be like, all right.
Punch me. I'll do it.
Like, I'm going to be the guy sitting there with a black eye during the whole segment, but whatever. He could probably make it so he didn't hurt me really bad.
Yeah. I'd be sitting there drooling the whole time, like, Jackie said, rumble in the Bronx when you did this scene.
Are you all right? I'm just fine.
I just can't fall asleep. I have a concussion. What did he say? He was going to just drink tea with us? Did he really mean that? Wow, we're best friends now.
Yeah. Like you were just about to shoot him. And he's like, oh, hopefully someday we'll get to have tea together.
The next time we meet, we'll have tea. Did he mean that?
It just melted his heart when he heard that.
Shit.
Man, that's all he wanted.
All right, guys, let's go have some tea. And meanwhile, 2 bags full of your friend comes up. Kyung,
Yeah,
a
and
friend of mine got murdered.
so are cops never gonna say anything about that one? Just
Gang members,
whether
they
it's
didn't
a
care.
gang,
Yeah.
whatever,
It don't matter
collateral
what.
damage, I
Yeah.
suppose, if it's just gangs fighting each other.
And like, okay, cut to end.
Okay.
They let him just straight up use the hovercraft to go after the white tiger guy. It's like,
Yeah.
you go after him. We're not going to do official police work. You deserve this.
Yeah,
Go
you
run him
got it.
over. It's like, no, this is not legal. Let's go after him the legal way. It's like, you need revenge. That's all
Yeah, and
lighthearted too. They like run over him, tear like half of his clothes off, and they're like, yeah, and then freeze
that's
frame.
it.
Yeah, that's the end of
That's
the
it.
movie.
Yeah, I wasn't
guess-
expecting that. The budget ran out. They're like, all right, well, we've only got enough money for you to drive the hovercraft. So if you want,
We rented it for the day, so might as well do another scene with the hovercraft.
like, I have an idea. Let's finish up the movie. We'll just run the bad guy over, run over the white tiger.
Call it good. That's
Man,
closure enough as it is.
He was sort of a lame villain, honestly.
Yeah, he was really like weak. He's
He
like,
didn't do anything.
you're not. If you don't give me my diamonds, something bad's gonna happen. Like he didn't actually do it. Like everybody else did his dirty work. Like
I'm
typical...
lazy, and something bad's gonna happen, but I'll think of it later.
Oh,
I'm not gonna do it.
Something's gonna happen. Believe you me.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be the one that, does this, but it's gonna happen, and somebody's gonna do it. It's gonna be one of my minions.
He's probably the ponytail guy.
Ponytail
He's not
or mullet.
He can take a punch. He could take a hit from a kid's crutch. You give him a pipe wrench.
No, he's done. He's done when it comes to the pipe wrench.
Please.
He should have hit him with it anyway.
Oh, yeah, he should have annihilated that dude. You're gonna die.
I might have. I mean, it's pretty messed up to slap a kid, like a kid that can't even walk over some like fake diamonds. Like,
ground,
chill, dude.
You want diamonds? Here's my sister's diamonds. You call these diamonds?
I'm like,
yeah, maybe not the
Yes.
ones you're looking for. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sick of this shit. It's not. It doesn't even need to be done. It looks fine out there. The grass wasn't even fucking long. There's no fucking leaves anywhere because it's not autumn. But yet here we are using a fucking leaf blower for no reason. Part where they go in to send him in undercover with a wire. Like, we're gonna go in a public place because they're not gonna do anything in a public place. I'm like, they literally shot machine guns and blew up a car in public. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be scared.
They'll do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
These guys have.
Don't worry, you'll be safe.
Like, these guys have been doing this crap for obviously quite a while. Like, they're very comfortable. Like, just the gloves and the guns, like, out the window. Just found a bunch of guns with no fingerprints on them. I guess that's the end of it. It's like,
when they go up the stairs and the cops, like, I just like slowly goes. And why were like a bunch of people watching the white tiger guy play golf? Like, it didn't look like a tournament. It just looked like he was out there dressed up nice, and there's like a crowd watching him. I'm like, is he really that big of a deal?
Lazy fucking like douchebag, mean dude. Get a bunch of people around to watch me play. I feel more comfortable when there's like people, cheering me on, even though I'm not really a professional. I feel like he's just some rich turd
who gave himself a nickname, White Tiger.
Yeah, you will refer to me as White Tiger. Why? Don't ask me why.
What? I'm the White Tiger.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm as angry and hostile as a tiger.
Yeah.
You don't want to fudge with me.
Yeah, I am the White Tiger.
I'm the only one that can tiger on both worlds. The part that made me laugh was they're doing that scene, and like he says White Tiger, and they're like, he calls the boss, and he's like, he should know my name. He's obviously working with the cops. And they get up to leave, and those two other guys that were with them like, check please. I'm like, they're gonna pay for the check. They're not just like gonna get up and leave. Like, these are they're somewhat polite bad guys. Like, well, we better pay for the service.
Like, well, they do seem to be. They're well funded. They don't have any reason to be, not paying their tab. They're funded by the White Tiger, man. The guy pays for his own audience too to watch him golf.
I am the White Tiger.
He goes around just referring him to himself. How does he know my name? I am the White Tiger. Damn it.
You're the one that keeps saying it, man.
Yeah, the white tiger's playing golf right now, and you keep calling me. You keep calling him. Sorry. So he's in the third person.
White tiger's playing golf right now. The white tiger's too busy. White tiger says, "Kill these hostages." Sir, are you referring to yourself, or is there another white tiger that we're taking?
Does the white tiger need to explain himself?
Did he become loveless for a second? Does the white tiger need to explain himself?
I don't know. We gave him an accent, and I don't think he has an accent.
No, he's like the most boring fucking like guy.
We're sprucing him up a little.
Yeah. Let's make
this is what the white tiger should have been. He should have been like a weird, like third person speaking, like Southern guy.
Yeah. The white tiger wants those diamonds, Mr. West.
He's Cajun. And I would have enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, that'd have been a cool another over the top villain.
I guess the only part that I didn't like about it was the dud of a villain, like big villain, I guess, because even the gang leader of that, not so established gang, I guess if you will, is a little bit more menacing.
Yeah,
even though he has his wiener moments too. Get him! Oh man, he just has that like, kind of
get him. What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah, it's this face. A lot of this face.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah,
but again, I liked him better as like a villain.
Yeah, it was more understandable because he's just a punk gang leader. Yeah. Who knows how old he is? Is he 20? Is he 40? Who cares? He's in a gang.
If he's 40, he looks great.
Like the white tiger. I'm like, it just seems shoehorned, but I guess like, you have to have a cool overlying villain.
I feel like this guy would have made a better villain though.
Yeah, just like the whole movie,
like a whole
him.
Yeah, and he could have even been the white tiger.
Ooh, secretly he was the white tiger the
whole time.
I like that hovercraft scene because like why the fuck is there a hovercraft? Are there like hovercraft tours? Like what is going on?
Well, that's what it kind of looked like. There was a bunch of what it looked to be tourists on there. Those guys just kicked everybody off. Well, and then started up the hovercraft and blew everything over.
Yeah, I'm like, what a dick move. Everyone's like.
But then I thought like, well, I mean, if you're going to start it up anyway, then why would you want all that stuff there?
Yeah,
like, how are you going to get the hovercraft away from the dock if you're not going to start it up?
Yeah, it's going to turn around anyway, so it's just going to fuck everybody up.
Or maybe they just like pedaled to the metal like right away, and that's what just blew everything away. Maybe you're supposed to ease into it. You're not supposed to just.
I mean, the guy's a professional hovercraft operator. He was just told he had a gun to his head, so he had no choice.
Yeah, just drive or fly or
hover. Hover this thing, or I'll shoot you.
Yeah.
That part where there's like
hover faster.
Hover faster. Make the air go up more. The part where the kid in the sandcastle and like Jackie has to save her and he's running and he like throws her and it's obviously doll and it's even a doll where the lady catches her and I was like, well, what else are you gonna do? The part where he's like chasing down White Tiger at the end with the hovercraft, he guy just like stands there and stares at it coming at him.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me of that like Austin Powers scene where like the steamrollers coming at the guy. And and it's just like you could have like ran out the way, but
no, you chose to sit there and get your clothes ripped off.
Now you butt.
Was that what a hovercraft would do?
I don't know. See, I had that question of like, what is under the hovercraft? Are there like blades? Are there fans? So would the fans like skim your clothes off, skim your butt?
So in tech class when I was in high school, we had a hovercraft, and underneath it didn't have like any fan blades. It was just on the back, and it would just like puff up the like bottom part. That's all it would do, and it just like you'd basically just like float on a big pocket of air because it just like there's like a tube, and it just shoves all the air underneath you. So there's like another one that comes out the back, and it propels you forward. They're kind of a pain in the ass to drive.
So would the friction of like all that rubber going over you just give you such
I don't feel like it
that your
would.
Clothes would rip off?
I don't feel like it would because I mean we took it over grass. I mean I didn't want to take it out onto the water, but there were a couple of kids that did take it out and it just would go right across the water, but you could drive it up onto land too. And I mean, it didn't like rip out the grass or anything. It just, you know.
So yeah, why did it skin his buttocks and show his
I don't know. Maybe
butt?
there was something under there, and it got stuck.
He lined the whole thing with swords, like what he did with the sports car, like Lamborghini.
Well, then and that
He
thing is
lined
like
the
all.
bottom with swords, so it just shaved his
They
clothes off.
quickly taped that out too. What was that?
Duct tape, yeah. All right. What would you score Rumble in the Bronx starring Jackie Chan?
I'd give it 9 out of 10 rumbles.
Ooh.
In the Bronx. I enjoyed this movie. This was a cool movie. Like there was a whole lot of this movie. I'm just sitting there like, man, that was cool. God, that was fucking cool. You know, like I don't know. It's funny and there's a lot of action and it doesn't take itself seriously, but it's
at the same time though, it's really cool because like it's kind of a lost art of like practical stunts.
Yeah.
Like they're actually doing this shit. Like when he jumps from that parking garage to that fire escape, he really did it. Like they took 4 cameras and took that shot. Like he did these stunts. Like you don't appreciate that anymore. You don't have that.
I know. I thought it's awesome. I think and I think that's what makes this movie so like fun to watch. I don't know. What about you, sir?
I would give it also 9 rumbles out of 10 Bronxes. 9 rumbles out of 10 Bronxes. I don't know how to phrase that. We're going for the joke. I ruined it.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
I understood.
If I would say if you love this movie, you're gonna love Mr. Nice Guy, which also came around the same time as the Jackie Chan movie. Also love that movie. We had both of those like on VHS or DVD. I watched the shit out of them. But like that one, he's like a TV cook, like a TV personality cook, and he gets like caught up with some like crazy espionage shit where like this news lady catches footage that she shouldn't have, like a mob hit or something, and like hilarity ensues. But it was weird. It's like fucking great though. It's kind of like the same style of this where it's like goofy but it's got dope ass action. So if you like Rumble in the Bronx, watch Mr. Nice Guy.
Well, I surely did.
Well, that was Rumble in the Bronx. This is Two Guys One Film. That is Dane.
And that's Dylan.
That's it.
Thank you. Those 2 guys, 1 film.
And Jackie Chan.